Hey brothers, let's talk about something important. Let's talk about grace. Not just the kind we say before meals, but the kind that changes everything. Now, grace is not just a church word, it's real power. It's God's answer to your failures, your shame, your exhaustion, but it's not a license to stay stuck. It's a launchpad for personal transformation. Now, secular psychology tells us that real change starts with self-compassion. Dr. Kristen Neff, a leading voice on the topic, says self-compassion provides the same benefits as self-esteem, but only without the drawbacks. In other words, beating yourself up doesn't help. But it's amazing is that God said it first in Romans chapter 5. God showed his love for us, and that while we were yet still sinners, Christ died for us. Now that's grace. God didn't wait for you to clean yourself up. He met you at your worst, and he gave you his best. But grace is not passive. Titus chapter 2 says this, "For the grace of God hath appeared, training us to renounce ungodliness." Did you catch that? It says that grace trains us. It empowers us to say no to the old and yes to the new. In modern terms, it's like reprogramming your mental software. Grace doesn't ignore the junk in your life. It rewrites your identity so you can live differently. Brene Brown, a popular researcher on vulnerability, once said, "You either walk inside your story and own it, or you stand outside your story and hustle for worthiness." Now, the gospel says you don't have to hustle anymore, that you're already accepted. Ephesians chapter 2 says, "For by grace are ye saved through faith, not a result of works, so that no man may boast." You're not performing for approval, you're living from it. Now listen, grace doesn't mean you just sit and back and drift. It means you get up even after failing, and you walk by the Spirit. Galatians 5 teaches us to walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. Grace is not a free pass, but rather it's a divine fuel. Your transformation doesn't come from trying harder. It comes from trusting deeper. So let me say this, if you're tired of performing and you're exhausted from pretending, you're stuck in self-hate, grace is your way out. Now, you don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to surrender. Grace isn't just a message because it's a man, Jesus Christ. He's not offering you a handout. He's offering you a new life today. Let's walk in that.